Hello, welcome to Super MTG. I'm Alex. Today we're from some more standard, and it's red-green wolves. So wolves are one of the themes that came out of Shadows Over Innistrad. There's a lot of good uncommon cards that build sort of a synergistic wolves deck. So here's the one I've been testing out. To start with, the deck runs 24 lands. We run full play sets of Cinderglade and Game Trail, as they're the only dual lands available to us. The Shadowlands got a little bit of a battering off some people, but I will say that I think Game Trail is actually quite valuable to this deck. So I would definitely play all four. You could stick in some sort of utility lands like Westvale Abbey, but I think it's quite important to be able to hit red on turn 2 and red on turn 1 and green on turn 2, which is why I've avoided Westvale Abbey, for example. We're going to play set of Village Messenger, the red aggro creature of choice that happens to be a werewolf, and a lot of the time it'll flip on turn 2, so it's a solid 1-drop. Dustwatch Recruiter, just a good card advantage engine. It's a werewolf, pretty self-explanatory. Lamphold Pacifist, it's a strong 2-drop that has synergies with the deck. It's quite easy to make itself into a 4-toughness, 4-power creature, or just flip it anyway, so its restriction isn't really that bad. Moonlight Hunt, just going to be solid removal in this deck. Works really well. 2 werewolves out, take down quite a lot of the creatures in standard right now. Full play set of Atarka's Command. This is just a really powerful card. If you are in red-green, I'd always be playing at least 3 of these. It's just incredibly useful, especially in an aggro deck. Usually you're going to be burning for 3 and using the Anthem effect, and yeah, you're going to win games off the back of Atarka's Command. It's stolen me so many games that I probably should have lost. So, Guy Reach Bandit as a 3-drop. A 3/2 haste is nice. The fact that it's a werewolf and has synergies with the deck is even better. And when it flips, it can help get some of your stronger creatures out. So that's just a good all-round package. We run 2 Hermit with the Natanols. I tried Breakneck Rider in this slot. Didn't really like the Rider. I felt like if you had the Rider out and you flipped it and you were in a position to win, you didn't need the Rider to be there anyway. And this deck does struggle for card draw. Hermit's a fairly defensive option as well if you are against a deck that is more aggressive than you. Yeah, I like having a couple in the main board. Howlpack Resurgence, one of the reasons to play the deck. It just brings it all together, makes all your creatures that bit bigger. Trample's not to be overlooked either. Yeah, this is a great card. It's a build-around card, really. 3-Pack Guardian, it's just a great value creature. 4 mana for 6/5 worth of stats. You can flash it in. Because it's 2 creatures, it works even better with Howlpack Resurgence. The only reason we're not playing the full playset is that I felt having 4 of them was a bit clunky. It does require double green, and you do really want to discard land card. Because otherwise, a 4/3 for 4, that's less impressive. You only really get value from it when you can discard that land card. And 3 Arling Cord, again, it's another one of the build-around cards. It's the Werewolf Planeswalker, so it's very thematic with the deck. Yep, she pumps out wolves that are 2/2s, that with Howlpack Resurgence are 3/3s. That's nice. The +1s on either side of the card are great. And the Bolt effect actually is very useful, even if you can only basically do it 1 out of every 2 turns. Onto the sideboard, we play 3 Titan Strength for the games where we want to be quicker. An example of this would be against like an Esper Control deck, where you're trying to put them under pressure before they can resolve, say, a Languish, which would be turn 4 or some cases turn 5. Clip Wings as an answer to Ormondal and Dragonlord Ojutai. Naturalize as an answer to any rogue enchantments or things like Always Watching. Stasis Snare, just annoying enchantments, basically. Hermit of the Natanols as another way to combat control decks. If the game goes long and they want to play spells in your turn, you will draw cards. That will help you. Another Pack Guardian. There are games where Pack Guardian will be a better option than Arling Cord. Tokens usually is one of those. Calls to Waxing Moon is a card I'm trying out, but it has so many good synergies with the deck. It's not a wolf. It is one of the only creatures we're playing that isn't a wolf, but it creates wolves. It creates wolves when your cards flip. So it has good synergy with the Guy Reach Bandit or the Vilden Pack Elf on the side of the Bandit. In that you bring a creature in with an Alpha out and flip it straight away, you get a 2/2 wolf token. So it has synergy with the deck. It's a card I want to try out. Sage of Ancient Law. It's sort of the other way to combat control decks. You sort of go for the I'm going to be aggressive way or the I'm going to take the game long way. Against decks that will keep cards in hand, which is usually a control deck, this is great. You might, on its front, it's a bit average. You won't keep that many cards in hand. But when you flip it and get basically, it'll be something like a 3/3 or a 4/4 Vigilant Trample, and you can have Howlpack Resurgences out. It's quite a strong card against control decks, although potentially a bit slow. So it's certainly one if you are playing with this deck, I'd try, but make your own opinion on. Arling Cord for the fourth Arling Cord for decks that can't deal with Planeswalkers that well. If your opponent can't get her off the board fairly early, she's just great value. So if you're against today like a white deck that can't deal with Planeswalkers, you're probably going to be sideboarding her in. And a solitary Dragonlord Atarka as our second non-wolf creature. If you're in red-green and the game goes long, Dragonlord Atarka is one of the biggest and baddest threats in the standard right now. So why wouldn't you want access to a 8/8 flying trample legendary Elder Dragon that has an enter the battlefield effect? It can come in against control decks as well. When you get up like that high in a game, actually a few of the control decks don't want counter spells, but if you get up to like 7 mana there, they'll be trying to resolve something fairly big, and they might tap out more often, and you can just play your Dragonlord Atarka and go, yep, burn that Planeswalker, burn that to your face, fly over for 8, win the game. So yeah, that's the 75. We're going to take it for Whirl in some standard matchups, so I'll see you in round 1.